But look at Andbox defensively. They already have Android trying to make a long play around the back. So you do have the growth starting to come through. 1-for-1 trade initially coming out for a 4v4. And Android getting a little bit of cold feet. He's going to back away from this long flank play. Sentinels are pushing through from the front. And the regrowth still trying to get into the mix, but Andbox's defense still holding strong. 3v3 goes. Seb off the reload, finds the spike carrier, while Poach finds one more from the side. Last player is ShahZaM, and he's actually in a pretty cheeky position that I don't think Andbox really recognized, but it won't make too much of a difference. Andbox with the numbers will take the opening pistol. Look, this has been the same setup for Poach every single time. It's a toxic screen that goes right across the map from the left side of yellow, right through green, and this time he actually adds a snake bite to the mix. A couple of great team shots coming into play here, and now Sinatraa and the Sentinels team really need to find a way to flush these defensive players away from the backside. The Nanostorm will serve some sort of a purpose, but again, there's that poison cloud to the mix to try to keep Andbox marginally safe. Sentinels really can't afford to not go for it, but it's a risky call on a 2v4. Now down to 10 seconds. Here are all the traps being executed on, as the defensive Seb will stay passive, and he's actually going to allow this spike to be planted. Andbox more concerned about just going 3-0 up than stopping the actual spike plant itself. So as the defense starts to rotate over, Boy will make sure everyone's in a prime position. The paranoia will come through. Sick is going to be hit by it, but no follow-up to be immediately taken. Ye also working the high ground, has a little bit of health. dapr long range, nothing, as he's going to be taken down quickly by the operator, and Sick will only find a single elimination to write home about, and Andbox will go up 3-0 early.
To try and stop the plant, it's going to be a late plant. There's a lot less util now. It's going to really come down to what's still remaining in terms of 6 flashes. Sam's going to go down. He has just 3 alive now for Andbox. They still have the player angle, using this operator if possible. But they have the superior guns here. Don't forget they have rifles plus an operator 2 alive now. Still time remaining to play with even if Sick taking down Gang.
Stick's able to find a second though. Boy trying to make sure he can toggle for this spike. Will find the second kill, but there might not be enough time to fully defuse, and dapr comes forward. Guiding light also coming through to make sure Andbox cannot cleanly get out of the retake of the A site fully. Poach making his way forward. Again, still holding on to a Viper's bit if he so chooses to use it. Toxic screen coming out. She's able to find the opening first blood as the showstopper will just be there to make sure no one is defusing. Boy also dropping those Sentinels, trying to push right back onto their spike, and it's just down to Poach. Able to find the first, time's going to be a problem. Able to find a second as well, but again, time is going to be a problem for this last 1v2.
One enemy remaining.
Not a lot to work with. He will get one more kill. Could even get the ace here, but he won't be able to defuse. That's the most important thing. Zombs know it. He's looking around.
Well, keep an eye on Android. He is moving through the middle of the map. And Boy, who's just going to continue to play forward on the defense through A, will line up 2, including the spike carrier. Big pick there. The numbers have now flipped on its head. Poach with an opportunity for a free one, as zombs was coming in completely isolated by himself. And all of a sudden, after a very good first blood for Sentinels, at the 4v2 the other way. Plenty of time for this flank to come through. And for Sentinels, they have to bunker down right on top of the spike that is previously planted. Sinatraa good for one up top by rope. There's a second and a third nearby, but really can't get the gun up in time to make anything happen with it. dapr will reveal his position by finding the kill on the Boy, and Poach will be there off the flank to find the easy kill. And Andbox now tie things up at 4. And how about this? Poach is going to make the flip over towards A, and the early bladestorm for ShahZaM connects on the 1 of 5 knives, but nothing beyond that. Now the Seekers are going to come through and pushing through. That's going to be sick, but Poach, how good is that? Responds to the Seeker that was searching him out and gets the kill immediately afterwards. Poach, I think, also just saw dapr come down, and it looks to be so. But as he tries to exit away from his cloud, it's going to be Android who finds the 2 kills in front of it, and this time the Vipers get full value as there's just 1 left to play. It's ShahZaM, and he's taken down to about 50 HP.
And that's absolutely perfect for Andbox as well. They want to make sure they can get maximum value out of the Viper's Pit, and it's rare to see the Viper's Pit be that effective as well. In fact, they drop the spike. It is recovered, but ShahZaM just doesn't have the numbers to work with. There's a play coming from behind as well, and Ye versus ShahZaM in the Jet 1v1.
Big
Will buy ShahZaM a bit more time in the fact that he's brought the numbers down to 1 versus 3, where Poach is on critical HP. I don't believe ShahZaM really wants to go back towards A, considering he still has to get past the Viper's Pit, but it does actually force away Android over to B now.
I'm just wondering if he gets the information, because Poach is low. This is a very winnable fight, and does he maybe make the gamble that, okay,
left.
the Viper's going to stay in their ultimate, so if I can find this 1 kill, maybe there's an opportunity through his launch. He snaps. ShahZaM. That's his 2nd kill. Viper's been now down. Can call the cloud first, but it doesn't matter. ShahZaM finds the 3rd, and it's down to a 1v1. Spike will go down. And ShahZaM can play the post plant safely if he chooses. Android's going to take his time. You see in the picture-in-picture to your left. He's able to clear in front. But ShahZaM thinks there might be a play from behind. Point of contact's going to come really closely. ShahZaM for a 1v3. No, it's Android! Walking away with the third kill, earning himself the showstopper and putting Andbox up by 1. Sentinels will have to try to defend this with just Ghost. And as Seb takes down the turret, they should notice the push is starting to come through. Interesting pixel angle there as Seb is tied up just slightly, but the Ghost at that range isn't going to get the job done. dapr now trying to move a little bit further forward, wants to contest and catches Boy with his knife out. Now it's down to a 2v2. Sick up top, tries to stay in contest. Lockdown going to come through. Here comes the challenge though, and dapr's going to find the 1v1. It's just down to Ye. He's got to make a play for the lockdown. He realizes it. And he's not going to have time. The lockdown will get destroyed, but he's not going to have time for an infusal. dapr has done more than enough. Finds the third kill, gets himself a Phantom, but unfortunately, Vince will back down. Trailblazer's going to come through and clear all of the tight angles, and you actually see some really good information on the backside. But Android, meanwhile, has thrown a very good paint shells, takes down ShahZaM early, plus a lot of damage onto the Sky themselves. Showstopper for Sinatraa. Can he find some value here? dapr's good for 1. Now pushing forward. Maybe a little bit of damage off the Showstopper, but no eliminations to speak of, so we stay 4v4. Sick will be allowed to plant. Android down low. Will be found by dapr as Sinatraa cleans up another meter of the 3v2. And the retake will have to wait for Poach to get here.
And a very low HP Boy as well. 6 HP, 1 shot away. Has a lot of utility, but can't get anything down. No smokes available. Just Poach now. Full HP, but versus 3. There's 2 low members on the side of Sentinels, but a lot to clear. Poach needs to check all angles and won't be able to see Sick, who gets another easy frag.
But Andbox do not share. And through a lot of those opening rounds, they were able to control the ultimate orbs beautifully. And I'm really wondering if that will stay true here as well. Will Sentinels stay aggressive on their defensive setup? See an early Trailblazer come from Kitchen. ABX able to find the first 2 opening kills. Sick though from the flank. A lot of opportunity here as he finds the first, backs away from the reload. Tries to come through for more, but Seb will punish. ShahZaM trying to pick up where he left off. Will grab 1. They still will have to deal with the long-range pressure out of Ye. zombs is considering peeking the long topside angle, and Ye will punish. So there's the first blood down. Android making his way forward with Poach. ShahZaM will read it, but back down. Cloudburst to keep himself safe and make sure that the angle is still being held by the defense, but there will be a Cloudburst to come through and make sure they can try to push forward. Sick good for a first, but not a second. ShahZaM still considering the challenge, but it's going to actually back down and wait for reinforcements.
Take that one back from now. Crossfire being set up between both Boy and also Android. Falling apart quick for Sentinels. They can't get a frag. They just got the one to Poach and struggling to find anything else.
First thrifty, and it's coming through again, but also the Bladestorm gets earned by Ye. Just trying to stay aggressive for the ultimate orb. Poach will find one more elimination, keeping things 4v4, but Sky has taken away so much of the map with that Seeker play. So Sick can lock down everything by A. Here's a lot of footsteps, and we'll make sure that their team is aware of that. Looking for the first point, able to find it, and a second. Sick good for 2.
30 seconds left.
And that is that might just be it. Because now you've got Sinatraa playing through the opposite angle off screen. He's able to find 1 elimination, and they know exactly where ShahZaM, or pretty where Ye is at. And there it is, Sinatraa with another elimination. And Poach, he took a couple of shots onto a turret mid-map, so Sentinels will have to be worried about that potential play coming through. dapr though for 2, ShahZaM able to find a 3rd. The retake has to come through quickly. Showstopper gonna come out just to try to kill off some time, but dapr's gonna push forward. He finds a 3rd kill, but everything will come to a relatively anticlimactic conclusion as Andbox does just enough.
Work for an actual plant. Oh, well, actually, it does reach kind of toward the actual fight. And as we do see that Andbox are moving over towards A. Yeah, Sentinels know as well. They're starting to shift their own movement over. Stickers in a great position. They're trying to flank, and that's going to confirm every single bit of information the Sentinels need.
Lockdown also going to be spent here.
30 seconds left.
Just to make sure nobody's pushing forward. They also wanted to see if the spike was still down, but looking into that Trailblazer, I think they do confirm that information. Poach up top, able to open up maybe an opportunity here for Andbox to push to the middle of the map. Seekers will also come through. Not going to deal too much distraction as Seb is able to find the one close by. No problem, but they do reveal his position. Not able to find a kill. Taking the dark cover for another. And Andbox will try to back away. This will feel all too familiar for Ye, trying to hold on to this operator, but Sentinels say, nice fake forehead. See a dark cover coming out, also from the shadows. That's going to be placed over to the backside for Boy. Poach able to find 1 kill. It's lurking over towards B. Ye will drop, but again, Sentinel's defense is completely split up at the moment. 3 players will start to rotate over. Zombs the first line of defense, finds the first. Can he get the second? No, will not be. This is an option to Showstopper able to respond, and ShahZaM want more. Means that Andbox in a must-win round will be just down to Poach, and there's really no chance he can go for the spike nor a plant. but it looks like he will try to force into a couple of gunfights, and a little bit of a delayed reaction time there. Sinatraa takes a secondary challenge and puts him down. Really the only bit of kill potential that you can really see for Andbox likely going to come from their ShahZaM, almost able to find the snapper. Not going to get it, but the second chance will be there. Ye's able to find one that's going to reset the knife for now. Zombs, though, on the secondary line of defense, will just continue to go kill for a kill. Sick and Sinatraa are able to spawn after the flash came through beautifully off of Sick, and everything is down to Poach for a 1v3, and the Seeker will let everybody from Sentinels know exactly where he's positioned, middle of the map, and there will be the turret to his left, 2 players to his right, and it just comes down to which fight do you want to take first if you're Poach.
He might not get the choice either. Sentinels looking to pinch right now, looking to close the door on Icebox. And for Andbox as well, the last chance of trying to take away this map should be gone. Less than 100 HP now, down to Zero Sick, who's been so good on Icebox.
Reach for Sentinels. That's the only real difference maker here. And Andbox, they're looking to play through the catwalk, and dapr just randomly checks, and he sits there and is able to walk away with 2 headshots. A beautiful start for Sentinels.
And that's going to give Sentinels the ability to make them rotate happen, as you see that ShahZaM's already on the way.
Nice bounce back here, though, for Android. Almost an opportunity to find a player through glass, and dapr down to 21 HP. Beautiful flash coming through, giving him an opportunity to confirm some damage, but he will not find a kill individually. His teammates will pick up where he had left off. Android now by himself with only 40 HP. Will not be able to respond to ShahZaM from the side door, and that will be enough for Sentinels. It just comes down to the timing of these peaks, because you still have dapr that's nearby. This trap wire should find some information that the hit is coming through, and there it is. ShahZaM good for 1. Damage onto the second, but can't confirm the kill. Now zombs. The dark cover, going to sneak through the doorway, but Boy was ready for that, and that will be a 1-for-1 trade. ShahZaM still able to find a second elimination as the recon bolt will be destroyed. Boy's looking for a plant. ShahZaM wants a challenge and will be punished. dapr still close by. We'll find information on one player lurking to the catwalk, and that might be enough for Sentinels to try to go from the top rope. Going, they have a numbers advantage. dapr good for 1, but Boy there for the immediate response. We have a 2v2.
Not great weapons though. They lost their only 2 rifles. Sentinel comes down to how much utility is left available. Doesn't matter. 7 Boy. Not too much except for the player over towards heaven. And dapr the mix for now. And while that's happening, Sick just pushes on through, gets a double. He's still in play. 3 and the spike is on the floor. It's more than enough. He's on the Blaze-Storm and still 1 away. He needs one orbital kill, and it could be very good. Andbox straight away into market.
It's not bad though. Sick's able to find 2. Will lie some damage onto a second. Sinatraa able to take advantage of it, no problem, as he will line up the 3rd.
You lose a Rolling Thunder for that.
But they do stall the hit completely. The defense still against babybay comes over the top, able to find 1, knows the second one's nearby. He'll convert into that one as well, but still Sick on the cross, making sure that Andbox is not fully taken to sight. The spike is down, but to sit there and say zombs is watching over it very avidly. ShahZaM now getting into the next will find Android from behind, and now Ye required to find everything else, and only 3 knives to find his next kill.
Sentinels know they don't have to really challenge this one too hard. Cloud burst has come down, 12 seconds.
Forward. Will they try to commit this with the running back, though, is the real question. Yeah, there's the call. Android will be the first one through. Ye will try to follow up. dapr deals with the initial portion of the Phoenix, and Ye on the top side deals with the operator. So now the hit should be here. Spike is actually following from the top side of heaven. dapr is here waiting for it. Sick also on the rotation, but Andbox, they find the kills required to cleanly take the A site.
And they pinch it completely. They win both towards glass into heaven. They also have A-main control, despite the fact that running back is taken care of. And now Yang.
For ball for Android coming through. Paranoia was blocking off Garden. There is a player up top, though. And that's zombs. He's good for 1. And he stays fully healthy. ShahZaM, meanwhile, from the front, able to find the operator for another elimination. Now it's just down to Boy. He's got to find not just 1, but really needs the second one as well. Dark cover will be there. Doesn't recognize that Sinatra's already this far forward. He will surely now as the Odin is in play, but it doesn't make a difference. Last player is Zeb. And what looked to be initially Andbox trying to make a set play happen over to B. You've got 3 members that might push through market here. There is no spike anywhere near. So even if they do find a way to break out of this B area, there's going to be no spike for it, and once again, Stick's going to read the play. That's going to be an instant Rolling Thunder to stop, and he's going to find 1 kill on the transition. Another beautiful read from Sentinels. Aftershock will try to flush out more members, but finally, Boy's able to work his way forward for 1, but it doesn't make a difference. Sick is good for 3. He's done more than enough. dapr there to find the 8. It's just down to Android for a 1v3. Maybe try to play for the spike plant, but kills first and foremost, gets tagged through the wall down to 1 HP. And even though he finds the first kill, he'd be hard-pressed to take a second with him, and that will be 8 rounds for Sentinels. Sick. Flashpoint out just to make sure the defenders that are on the site stay safe. ShahZaM tested. He responds to it. One more nearby, and why not with the classic? Flawless for Sentinels.
A lot of control that gets them the A plant and the successive win as well. There, nothing's going to happen, and we have dapr rolling on through with ShahZaM as well. And Andbox, that could be the half done.
Yeah, that feels like one of those strategies where Sentinels sit there and say, yeah, we're just better. We're feeling it right now. Poach will walk away with 1 kill, Seb another, so it actually makes this relatively doable for a 2v3 situation, especially since the Hunter's Furies is in play. Neural Theft will also come out, but they lose Seb on the approach as Sick will find his next elimination. And now it's just down to Poach. He does have the spike, but with 60 seconds, and a lot of utility being thrown his direction, he's a little bit trapped, and Sinatraa will make sure that he capitalizes on the isolated kill. 10 rounds for Sentinels on defense.
What has been their worst map so far this tournament? Andbox have to do it all. It's a must-win pistol.
They will find first blood. Sinatraa able to respond. And Sick also pushing aggressively through. Big 1v1 in the middle of the map, and zombs just jumps over the last bit of damage from Boy. So it'll be a 3v2. Full health pools here for Andbox. But they're going to have to make a decision. They got a minute 10 to play. Sentinels have backed away from this hit. It's only Sinatraa who's lingering. And depending on the timing here, he might have a valuable 1v1, but no, it's Android who was ready for the angle. Timing is good here. But Andbox. Oh, beautiful first kill from zombs. Is it going to be enough for Sick to find the final? Yes, it will. Why not?
Might be able to achieve ShahZaM around the corner. First up for contact. We'll be able to get Ye down, so there it is. Ye taken care of, and while Sentinels up an early lead.
Just a couple of shots out of the Bulldog was enough to feel like Ye was being pressured. He takes the challenge and falls, but Android mid-map with what felt like it was the ADS off the burst from the Spectre, able to respond. Nice shock bolt coming through. That'll actually tag up 2 separate players. Another one at the feet. Flash white cloud burst. Sick on the way in, able to beat Boy with a shotgun, and then good help. But now Android can he be trusted to find maybe even the required ace. Trapwire is in the back hallway, but Seb looks like he wants to play through stairs, and that will be the case. He's lost his eyes. No spy cam to play with. Long-range shots, and Sick! That there could be a play from this angle. Aftershock channel. That's going to have to force stop. Paranoia comes through. Boy, good for 1, but not a second. This trade angle for Poach is only good for another, so 2 for 2 for Sentinels. They've cleared out the defenders on A, and that should lead to a plant, and even more beyond that, a post plant that will have a Hunter's Fury available for Sentinels to clutch up.
And Box have to play for a full retake here. You can see the late rotations coming through from dapr. It will run, not dapr, it's going to be Seb. From B. Wait from Android starting to with still the runner back available. Expended now. Yay with the kill on Sinatraa as well. Just the one alive now. Zombs needs to find all 3. We'll just be able to get the 1 there. So rolling thunder to come on through, and Sentinels are in play.
Ye though has stayed safe from this. The timing is everything. He finds the first kill, goes right back into the recovery, and is able to keep his life. But Sick on the site. Takes down Android. And remember, Step just spamming. Lucky, I would say, to find 1, but does get traded away. 3v3v go, but the spike was on the ground there for a moment. Sinatraa trying to hold things over by log. Boy's going to get the read. Able to find the kill, no problem. And now Sentinel to the spike planted to the post plant are stuck, really, in the backside of Arches. Just comes down to get Andbox, get in quickly and cleanly. And so far, so good. ShahZaM finding a lot of damage. Able to find 1 kill, but not going to respond to the other 2 contestants. And Andbox will find their 4th round. That's all he wanted was first blood, and he'll back away very wisely.
And zombs was so close by as well. Probably run through at any point. He would have gotten the kill. ShahZaM will say, I'll do it instead. Free operator to the ground. I'll take that one as well. 4 versus 4 now. Sick with a double. No, just the 1. Boy will get the cleanup. So a 3v3 situation. Spike is on the ground. Sentinels need to recover this one, and that is going to be where the difficulty lies. And Andbox can play full time now. Hunter's Fury still available. They can save that one until they hear the spike being tapped on the ground. ShahZaM close by. Look for the secondary kill. Zombs has finally got himself that spike
wait
on the
a
ground.
second.
Now we have a situation where I think Sentinels might be able to win this one.
Absolutely the case. 2v2 situation. Bomb's going to go down. Poach trying to stall the default location with the Hunter's Fury, but he only gets 1 shot. Oh, he'll put it away. It's going to have to be a clean retake. ShahZaM finds his 3rd elimination. Now it's just down to Poach, trying to extend the map for Andbox. From the corner, he's got 1 player down extremely low, and we'll find that kill. It was Zombs who was tagged up, but ShahZaM has the Blade Storm. It's all down. The timing misses the nudge. It has to be the operator, but no, Poach will find the clutch.
On the Poach as well as mentioned. Here we go, straight over in towards Tree. That's where the spike is as well. So that looks like where Sentinels actually want to make some ground. Sick will be the carrier of that spike, and Rolling Thunder, I think, to be able to tank the site would be important. Not a defaulting though. I think this is a sort of position where perhaps ShahZaM might want to re-challenge, but Ye is still on the angle. Zombs rather, it's going to try and keep him busy.
30 seconds
Risky
left.
challenge from Seb. Won't find anything and gives away a rifle. Ye was also nearby. He drops in the middle of the map, and now Sentinels don't even use any ultimates to come forward. Boy, needs to be massive. Won't find anything. It's a 5v2, and both the final members for Andbox are rotating late. It's going to have to be a run it back from Android to try to get this one back into their hands.
It's just Stingers. Alan, Stingers again.
Yep.
And it's working for Sentinels 5 versus 2. This could be the round. I think this is where it all ends for Andbox. They had a great comeback in terms of 4 defuses in a row. But just to run it back, 45 HP for Poach, and it might not be enough.
Good timing off the aftershock. He can't even get onto the site. Sinatra's going to pull the Hunter's Fury out early, knowing this is a hit from heaven.
One enemy
Does connect onto one player, and ShahZaM and zombs use that intel for an easy cleanup. Sentinels, they remedy their woes here on Ascent. They take a 2-0 in the semis, and they will be our first team to punch a ticket into the grand finals.
Deservedly so as well. Sentinels.